are shrewd businessmen. Of these two brothers are about as un-American as anyone that I can imagine. By these two multi-billionaires also defending the Koch brothers' radical philosophy is the Koch brothers are willing to do anything. Senate Republicans, Madam President, are addicted to.
All right, folks, addicted to Coke. Is how that soundbite should have ended. Welcome to Gimme 5. That's Harry Reid on the floor of the Senate attacking the Koch brothers. The Koch brothers, that's what he does because they're un-American. Why? Because they disagree with him. Interestingly enough, just as Charles Schumer wrote a letter thanking the Koch brothers PAC for contributing to his Senate campaign several years ago, according to campaign finance records, and as printed in the Washington Free Beacon, former Koch Industries lobbyist Robert P. Hall donated $500 to Harry Reid's campaign in 2003. I didn't see him giving the money back, did you? But here is a very interesting story, folks. MRC TV's Dan Joseph decided to ask tourists in Washington, D.C. about the Koch brothers. Watch.
Do you guys know who the Koch brothers are?
Koch brothers?
Koch brothers.
No.
Have you ever heard of the Koch brothers?
Koch brothers.
Name of what?
They're a name of brothers, the Koch brothers. Do you know who those guys are?
I think my stepsister worked for them.
Oh, okay.
They invented Coca-Cola in 1717 while digging up the cocoa beans in southern Illinois.
Have you ever heard of the Koch brothers?
Yeah, they're the one percenters.
The one percenters. That's a lot of people call them that.
We may never know how much money the Koch brothers are spending.
Oh, my God. Well, we do know that they have just donated $100 million to build a new wing at New York Presbyterian Hospital, and the liberal unions march in protest of that because they don't want a new wing to a hospital if the money comes from the Koch brothers. That's how crazy it is and sick it is. We know they've donated tons of money to Sloan Kettering cancer research and other good charitable causes, but oh, they're evil and un-American, says Harry Reid and the left. Here's more from Dan.
No.
You never heard of the Koch brothers?
No.
Yes.
Okay.
I am familiar with them in a very...
What do you know about them? Based on what you know, is your view of them negative? Is it positive? Is it just neutral?
If you ask me, and no one has, but I'll give you my opinion anyway.
It is, for some reason, it's a little bit negative, and I'm not sure why.
Do you know who the Koch brothers are?
I recently heard about them in the news, yes.
Okay, how much do you hate them?
I have no opinion about hating them.
Is even one of you willing to stand up and disavow the Koch brothers' radical agenda?
I know he donated a lot of money to make a big medical center.
Yeah.
Will they come here and reject the Koch brothers' radical plan?
The radical plan of the Koch brothers to build hospital wings, to help cancer patients, to help children, to give and fund to museums and other charitable, worthy causes, cultural causes, etc. And Harry Reid took that money that I mentioned, and Chuck Schumer took that money, and now they both call the Koch brothers un-American. Why? Because they're running TV commercials that present a different political point of view than they have. So they're un-American. Folks, it's a sickness. I think this illness may even surpass, I'm sorry to say it, Bush derangement syndrome in severity. Here's the final cut here from Dan.
In my opinion, right now, there's a lot more bigger items that Congress needs to accomplish.
That is an abuse of Harry Reid's position. If you look at a lot of the things that he's said lately, focus on the job.
Like balancing the budget, putting people back to work, than a publicity stunt against the Koch brothers.
Harry Reid's, he's really busy with all the, he's running like a jewelry business on the side.
I'm sure.
I don't know how he does it.
Last 2 weekends and working late.
Focus on the task of running the government. We've got a lot of serious problems, from Obamacare to the situation going on in the Ukraine right now.
Yeah, there's a smart man, ladies and gentlemen, a very smart man. So thanks to Dan Joseph, Media Research Center TV, and to CNSnews.com for making that available to us all. It is crazy, and it's dangerous, and it's very, very sick on the part of Harry Reid. But that gives him something to do on the Steve Malzberg Show, Newsmax Television.
The Steve Malzberg Show.